All right, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, everybody that has just joined in. Thank you so much for coming. Today, our event, so let me just introduce myself really quickly. So, our International Open University UAE Student Committee's next big event that we just finished last week. So we're continuing on with our meeting series. We want to make sure that we apply unique topics to our line of events. So welcome to our masterclass. This is for all new students or even re-enrolling students. We want to give you some advice, tips and tricks, and we have an amazing guest speaker as well who'll be speaking towards the middle of our session. So thank you all for joining. This meeting is recorded and will be posted on the IOU YouTube channel, inshallah, very soon, 24 to 48 hours. But welcome. So if you are an IOU student and just joined in September, say yes in the chat so that we know who we're dealing with, inshallah. Those of you that are joining and are rejoining the program and you're starting your new semester just now and you're doing your the next semester, put a smiley face so we see who all is re-enrolling to IOU. I'll put a smiley face. This is my third semester. Amazing, a lot of new students here. So those of you that are new, how are you feeling about everything? Is it nerve-wracking? Are you excited? Are you nervous? Awesome. Okay, let's get started. So we're going to go with a quick icebreaker here. So describe in one word your childhood home. So was it comfy? Was it, cozy, light? Any word that you can think of to describe your childhood home. So yeah, leave it in the chat and we're going to read them out loud, inshallah. We'll give it 30 seconds. So type away. I would say for me, it was very a noisy environment because I remember my brothers were very little at that time, so it was always there was always someone talking and it was but now it's super quiet. So simple, cozy, stubborn, comfy countryside, vibrant. Wow, you guys, really, really interesting words, mashallah. Yeah, I want to say cozy too. It was a very cozy, when I was a kid, of course, it was a very light and cozy time. And I want to say colorful. It was a very colorful time. There were so many things happening all the time. So amazing. Any more words to describe your childhood home? Freedom. Sabran, mashallah. And do you guys still live in your childhood home or have you changed homes? Do you miss it? I definitely miss mine. Wonderful. Thank you, Halima. Perfect. That's so amazing to hear. Everyone's had so far positive comments. So, all right, you can keep putting them in the chat as we go on to our next slide. So we're going to start off with the hadith. We always start off with hadith. Thank you so much, Hania, our team member, who always puts these together. So Prophet Muhammad said, when a man dies, all his deeds come to an end except for three: an ongoing charity, beneficial knowledge, or a righteous son who will pray for him. Have you all heard this before? I think it's really beautiful. We've tried to incorporate all types of hadith that are, that talk about knowledge, to talk about seeking knowledge. Because, I mean, you coming here today, you thought about it and you said, I'm going to seek knowledge today. And you are. So welcome and thank you for taking the time out of your day, your busy schedules to come here. So lovely to hear everyone's comments so far. All right, so maybe you're thinking, who are we? UAE committee, what is this? How does it work? So our team, you'll see their names in our participants list right now. We'll give them a second to say hello as well. So My name is Raham. I am the chairperson for the committee, and I'm very excited to be here. I love events, and I definitely love hosting them and try my best to incorporate all types of fun activities within my university, and I think everyone will benefit from that. And yeah, so I'm going to ask my lovely team if they can open their mics in order on the screen and say hello. That would be amazing. So first up is Selma. Assalamu alaikum. Walaikum salam. All right, next, Hania and Noreen. We got two of them not here today, so we're just going to count the ones that are here, and you will hear from them a lot in the chat. So, team members, if you can open your mic, go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum all.
Alaikum assalam.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. All right, so let us continue. So if you're new to IOU, I'd love to share with you IOU's main mission, and you'll find all these things on their website. So if you don't know the website, we'll share them the link in the chat below. We'll share the link in the chat below, inshallah. So International Open University, better known as IOU, aims to grant universal access to quality undergraduate, graduate, and postgraduate level education programs for students at virtually no cost. All right, so we're going to make sure everyone's mics are closed. Perfect. Okay, so IOU's mission, of course, is to kind of create that authentic Islamic knowledge through many of the degree programs. So you might notice in psychology degrees that you will not only get, if you check the course list, you will not only get the regular, science courses and psychological courses, you also get that Islamic perspective, which I think is so important. So as a student studying psychology right now, I think I would never found something better than what I'm doing right now through IOU, definitely because of the system and the layout. So I hope you all, join and have a great journey, inshallah. So some of the main programs will be listed right here. If you go to the website that you see on the screen, click on programs, you should find all the bachelor's, associates, master's programs available. And if you have any questions on that, let us know in the chat and we'll love to help you out. So some of my main advice for you, I call it what to keep in your backpack, although you're not really going anywhere, but just let's just say it's your subconscious backpack, okay? Some of the main 5 things that you should have in your mind going into any university career. So you can be an IU student, you can be another university student, doesn't really matter as long as you are a school-going student, right? You can be online, you can be brick and mortar. It really has the same concept surrounding it. So first off, my advice to you, and many other people will give it the same advice, is to know your course layout and follow your syllabus. So oftentimes you'll find this within your course, individual courses, and you click on the course, you will see, course syllabus, course layout, and get yourself familiar with those things before you start. If you have any questions on that, you will find those answers. Like, what's my schedule going to look like? How am I going to do things? It's all going to be the syllabus and your course layout in general. If you're a virtual student, then it's a course layout. You can just scroll and see, click around, get yourself familiar with everything. Don't hesitate to click around and see how things work. My second tip for you would be to make a schedule. Guys, I am doing 2 bachelor's degrees parallel, and one thing that I can tell you right now is if you're not organized in a sense that you make, either it's a mental schedule or a physical schedule, some sort of time management system and course management system, you might struggle a bit. So I would suggest that from now, find YouTube videos, go on Google, search kind of schedules that work for you. Do you like the time ones? Do you like the course ones? Do you like the simple or colorful? Find ones that work for you. Print it, keep it in front of you. If you have a phone, use the reminders. Make a schedule of some sort. That way, you will never fall behind. And that comes to my next point, deadlines. keep track of deadlines. I'm sure those of you that have just joined IOU, you might find a dashboard in your system. And in that dashboard, if you scroll, you will see a little schedule of your term, right, of your semester. So what is the assignment deadline? What's the module test deadline? What are your exam deadlines or week of your deadlines? Keep track of that in your schedule. Next tip would be to work ahead as much as possible. If you're a busy person, if you are a parent, if you are juggling so many different things as we all do, working ahead can definitely go as your advantage and will never be a disadvantage for you because you'll always be ahead of the game. So try to do that because the more work you can get done when you are available, the less stressed you will be for everything else. Last and final tip before we move on to our next slide, communication. There's so many ways to communicate, and IU is amazing at that. There's so much support for you. There's a live chat, there are emails, there's so many ways to communicate. But the reason why I put the word communication is because if you voice your problems or your concerns, that's how things get fixed, So if you have an issue, you're not communicating with anybody that you in the university or anybody that you know, they won't know how to fix it or help you. So find ways that you can do that, and there's so many ways. And this student committee that you're in right now is actually a form of communication because we are all group of students coming together to bring you some insightful content. So hopefully if you want to take a snapshot of the slide, save it. It's very important to have these 5 basic things on hand. And that's basically my bit of speaking. So if you have any questions, again, I'll be on chat to see. But I'm very excited to now introduce our guest speaker and Student Affairs Officer at IOU, Sr Sana Sheikh, who I'll now be passing the mic over to. Sr Sana, can you open your mic, tell us a bit more about you, inshallah?
Well, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, everyone. I hope you can hear me loud and clear, inshallah. So if yes, then I would like to see some thumbs ups there so that I'm sure that, yeah, okay, great. So yeah, a bit about me. I am the Student Affairs Officer at the International Open University. I take care of certain aspects of the Student Affairs Office. I am also the officer at the help desk, and you will see my name often there responding to your queries. And I'm also the community service coordinator. So that's from my side. And also I am a student at IOU, alhamdulillah, for the past many years. And currently I am pursuing my master's, alhamdulillah, in Islamic studies. So that's all from my side with my introduction. Can we move on to next slide? Yeah. So very quickly, I'm going to take you through these things. Most of these things maybe many of you all are already aware if you have already spent a few semesters at IOU, but it's always good to go through these once again. And for the new ones, definitely this will be really helpful, I hope, inshallah. So yeah, so the first thing that very quickly we are going to have an overview is of the enrollment. There are 2 kinds of enrollment that happen at IOU. I'm sure you must be aware of this. The first is the course enrollment, which is the normal enrollment period, and the other one is the early enrollment period. So as we know that IOU works in 2 semester patterns. We have a spring semester and a fall semester. So the spring semester commences in March, and the fall semester is the one that we are in right now, which begins in September. So the normal enrollments are generally referred to enrollments which are done within the first month of the semester. So for spring, it is March. So from March 1st to the 30th of March is considered as the normal enrollment period for a particular semester. And for the fall semester, it's like, from the 1st of September to the 30th of September. Any other enrollments that are done throughout the year are considered as early enrollments for the upcoming semester. Okay, so at that point in time, so what this basically means is when you are an early enrolled student, like for example, let's take the fall semester, 30th September is over and a student, pays the fee and he or she comes up and says that, oh, I missed the deadlines, what do I do now? So IOU has this facility where you can enroll early for the next semester, which is the spring semester. and you can, get a head start to your studies. Of course, you will not be able to access the tests or the exams or the assignments, but you can definitely, go through the modules and the lectures and prepare yourself and, go through the text matter. So that's that. The next thing is the course overview. So course overview is basically when you log into your dashboard, on the top left-hand corner, you can see something called as My Courses. Many a times I get a lot of queries at the help desk. Students are like, oh, I've enrolled, but I can't see my courses anywhere. So when a student clicks on My Courses, you will get a list of the courses that you've enrolled in. And when you click on each, it will take you to the respective course page. And then you can have, all the details of that course on that particular course page. So at the very beginning, you will find, the forums, the different forums that we have. You will also find the syllabus, the textbook, and the modules that are to be followed. Also, for each module, there is a students keep coming to the help desk and, they ask us that, oh, what are we supposed to study? So everything is mentioned in the syllabus, everything is mentioned, the reading assignments have been specified. And, all of this is mentioned. So the page numbers and everything is given, what are you expected to study? And also we are asked this question very often that, what about the textbook? Can't we print it? Can't we take a copy? Yes, you can definitely print it out, but that copy cannot be given to somebody else, right? That copy is only for your personal use. So you can download the copy, the PDF that is provided. You can make a copy for yourself and you can keep it, for the study purpose for yourself only. That cannot be distributed, right? So that's about, we also have supplementary materials, which are, the replaced form of live sessions. Earlier we used to have live sessions, but now we have live sessions only twice in a particular semester. So that's one before the midterm exams and one before the final exams. There are some exceptional courses where we still have live sessions, and if there is a new course for that matter, like for example, Computer 101, which recently had a revised syllabus, so you will find live sessions for that course now. So there are just, and there is one course in MAIS which has live sessions. So here and there, but overall, if you see that, we have the recorded live sessions which you can go through. And if there are any doubts that you have always, can contact your course teacher. Again, the details of the course teacher will be present on your course page. On the top right hand corner, if you see there's a course block, if you just click on that, you will get the details of the email ID of the teacher, and inshallah you can email them and get your doubts clarified. That's that. So how do you study? Again, a very common question that that we are approached with is, for the midterm, what is covered? What we study for the finals? So midterms is basically you study all the pre-midterm modules, which are usually 15 in number. It may differ from in certain courses where you might have 12 or 10. That's rare, but generally you have 15 modules which are pre-midterm and 15 modules which are post-midterm. Right? So pre-midterm modules are supposed to be studied for the midterm exams. The post-midterm modules are to be studied for the final exams, but some portion, like let's say 15-20% of the first term, the pre-midterm portion can also be asked in the final exam. So the final exam is not purely your post-midterm modules, right? So you need to be aware of what you've studied prior to your midterm exams. Then we also have the assignments. And for this semester, again, the assignments will be released after 20th September, inshallah. You can definitely go there and click on that, icon, which is there again on the respective course page, and you will be taken to your assignment for that particular semester. Assignments, also again, keep the deadlines in mind. It was mentioned earlier that we have the schedule that is present on the dashboard. The event schedule is mentioned in brief. And if you see the blue banner on the dashboard. If you just click on that blue banner, it takes you to a detailed PDF document which gives you all the dates that are required for your particular course. So inshallah you can go through that, and it will really help you to manage your studies and basically plan your studies, and to know. And it's very important, as an existing student of IOU, I would always like to remind all the students that always keep the deadlines in mind. It's very important to work around them. It helps you to plan your studies better. But perhaps you could keep a copy or at your study desk, or maybe you could just take a screenshot of the main event. All the important dates. Take a print and maybe just put it somewhere where you can see it regularly, so you don't miss any important dates here and there. Right? So that's very crucial, whilst you study, not only at IOU for that matter, but for any other program. Right. And then on the main dashboard, again, if you just scroll down to the bottom, there are a lot of things that you can see. You have the academics block, you have the support, where you can or you have all the FAQs, then you have the student applications, where you have the community service portal, you have the Tajweed application portal, you have the exemption request portal. So there are different portals. You can definitely go through them, and you will get an idea of what IOU has to offer, and what are the different things that we look into. Like under the academics block, you have course drop, you have course waiver, all of that you can definitely take a look at. Okay. Also, we have the various forums. These forums are again on your course page, and you have Ask the Teacher forum, wherein you can post your questions, and the teacher answers. In the event that you don't get an answer in a day or two, or maybe 3 maximum, you can definitely inform the help desk, and we will get you connected to the teacher. Also, the students discussion forums is again where you can put your the students discuss something related to the subject, and inshallah you can benefit from that. The news forum is basically the forum where all the announcements are made. So, if the exam center deadline is approaching, where you have to register for an exam center, you will get an announcement there. So it's important to keep checking the news forum as often as you can. The technical feedback forum is again a forum where if you have any issues related, any technical issues, maybe some audio is not working, or some problem in the video or anything of that sort, you can mention it there, inshallah. Right. Exams. Now, again, a very common question that comes to the help desk very often is that, exams. So all our exams, how do we give the exams? Where do we give the exams? Exam center means, do I have to give all my exams at the exam center? No, you have to just give your final exams at the registered exam center. All the other exams are to be given at home, and all the exams are closed book. Okay. And even the midterm exams, for that matter, have to be given at home. The general time that is given, usually allotted for a midterm or a final exam is 1 hour 15 minutes. This might change for some Arabic courses where a little more time is given. And generally you just have 1 exam each. But there might be some papers, like one of the papers in BAIS, the Bachelor's in Islamic Studies, one of the fiqh papers has 2 parts. The final exam has 2 parts. And so, you will have, of course, have different timings allotted for that particular, for each of the part A and part B. So that's very rare, but the general format that is followed is there's just 1 exam each. So that was very quickly and very briefly for about IOU and its workings, basically, from my side. And if you have any more questions or anything, I'll be happy to answer them, inshallah.
Jazakallah khair, Sister Sana. Thank you so much for giving such an in-depth view in such little time. Those of you that are here that are wanting to see how, it's a screen shared version, inshallah, we're going to be making a lot more sessions based on this very session. That way you can have a better idea. So we'll do like one whole thing on enrollment, one whole thing on courses, just if you're confused. However, if you just continue, we are going to be spending another 5-7 minutes, and Sister Mariam here today, one of our great team members who manages our Facebook, is going to be asking Sister Sana some questions, and just like a short interview. So Sister Mariam, if you could open your mic and get that going, that would be great, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Yes, there are many questions posed by new students. It's a
Uh-huh.
little overwhelming to study in an online uni.
Yes.
And since you work in the help desk, what are
Mhm.
the three most asked questions to you? Top three.
Okay. Okay, the three most common questions that are asked is, one is with regards to, like I said, the courses. I can see the course. I've enrolled in the courses, but I can't see them. So that's what we just discussed. That so for your courses, once you enroll, all you have to
Mhm.
do is go to My Courses, which is there on the dashboard on the top left-hand side, and students can click on that, and you will just see the list of courses. Again, yeah, another associated question with this one is, students come to us and they're like, I want to drop a course and I want to take some other course in its place. Can I do that? So there is a certain stipulated period during which this can be permitted in a semester. Of course, if the student comes in really late into the semester, of course, that cannot be done. But in these initial days, definitely they can. So there is a portal which is called as the course drop portal. The student can drop that particular course, then go to the normal enrollment page, and then select that one course that the student has to take, not reselecting all the courses once again, just that one course which the student intends to take instead for the course that was dropped earlier. So that's one query which often comes to the help desk. The other is, how do I study? How do I study? So that's the very common question that comes in, that what do I do with the module? So you basically have to listen to the module, either the video or the audio, whatever you're comfortable with. You take down notes for yourselves. We also have a notes section for, I think, most of this courses, especially the old courses. And there are notes that are updated by the previous students. You can also go through them. And then you go through the main text. That's the most important thing, the reading assignment that is given for each module, that has to be read. And in case you have any queries, you can definitely email your course teacher, because any course related queries that you have with regards to a subject, we often see that these queries are also directed to the help desk. The help desk, it basically takes care of the admin aspect. It will not be able to answer the course related queries. Like, for example, there is some topic in the course that you're studying. Okay, let's say cognitive sciences, I'm just giving an example. That's a
Yeah.
topic that is, you cannot, a student cannot ask that question to the help desk, because the help desk is the admin side. So that question has to be directed to the teacher. Yes, if the teacher is not responding to the student, maybe it's 3 days or 4 days, there is no response, then definitely the student can come to us and we will get the student connected to the team. That's one question. The other is, like I mentioned earlier, regarding exams, students are confused that which exam are we supposed to give at the center. So it's only the final exams. So yeah, so these are the three most common questions that I can think of at this point.
Yes, that was very helpful. And the student notes, mashallah, they're very nice. And you can just download the PDF and add in your notes as you go on.
Hmm.
So that's very helpful. Alhamdulillah.
Yes.
Another thing is usually people ask about accreditation. Like,
Mm-hmm.
is it accredited in the country that they are
Yes.
in? So,
Yes.
what about it?
Yeah. So yeah, that's another question that comes in, and we're supposed to address. And that is, they have to check it with their respective country that they're residing in, because, requirements change from country to country. And what we advise them to do is that, they check it, with their own, education body that they have in their respective country. And, they can verified with them whether this particular degree from IO is acceptable to them or not. So, because we will not
Okay.
be able to mention specifically for each country. Yeah,
Yes, that's true. It depends on each country.
that's right.
And another thing I wanted to ask is there's the discussion forum for the students, but
Hmm.
if a student wants to talk to another student, like on a one-on-one, how can they connect
Hmm.
to each other? Is
Right.
there any platform?
Yeah. Okay, so Alhamdulillah, from the last semester, what we've started doing is started having official WhatsApp groups for each stream, I would say. I would not mention course, because then students get confused. It's like, is it for a particular course? It's not for a particular course, it's for a particular stream. So let's say if it's psychology, so you have all psychology students in a group, and what we have done is we have segregated the groups into males and females, so as to have no interaction, basically, to minimize that. what happens on discussion forums, we are regularly checking the forums. We usually, all the time, whenever there's a post that is done on the forums, we allow interactions there, but then, it should, if it at times, it does not serve the purpose and it goes off topic, then the forum, any post that is there which is not relevant, it is removed. So what we've done now is we've instead of, at times it so happens that students may not get a response on the discussion forum and it's not really helpful. So what we've done is, alhamdulillah, we have the WhatsApp groups now. So these WhatsApp groups are really, really helpful in a way, because you have the senior students mixed with the new ones and the junior students. So, they can share their experiences. So that way, and these have been very beneficial, and many students have benefited from that. Because it's always nice to learn from a senior, because they're in the same shoes as you are, so it basically helps them in a better way. So we have done that. So we hope that all these all the audiences that we have today with us have joined those groups. If not, then please email the help desk and we can send you the link to join the official WhatsApp group, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah, thank you for all this information and hope everyone benefits from it. Jazakallah khair.
You're welcome.
Jazakallah khair, Mariam and Sister Sana. It was amazing to hear all those questions come in and everything. So we are having a flow of questions, and so I think we're going to open up Q&A for now, just to kind of get everybody's questions coming in. But before I do that, so we don't have much time left in our free meeting. So if you have any questions for Sister Sana today, join back to this same link once as you can see, there's a timer going off. We have 4 minutes till this meeting ends. Just come back to the same link. We're going to answer your questions. Before the meeting ends, I would like to talk to you all about, just really quickly before it ends, a charity. So we always share a charity, one of our events that relates to COVID-19 in some way. So I'm happy to tell you all that I'm actually a part of this water project. So there's a homeschooling association in Abu Dhabi. It's called Abu Dhabi Homeschooling Association, which is right here at ATSA. And we have created the ATSA Water Initiative, where we try to donate as much as we can to, because there's so many areas in Africa, as you can see from the board, that have first of all, don't have access to clean and safe water. That's one thing, let alone hand washing stations because of COVID. So we, made this fundraiser and everything. And if you have ever felt that, oh, how can I contribute to someone during this time of need, during this time where people may not have as much as I do, well, you're in luck, because Mariam just posted a link. You can use this link. It's Yalla Give. It's all legal, hopefully, where you donate as much as you possibly can to this initiative, where all that money will go to a place where people can make hand washing stations available for families and other people in different areas of sub-Saharan Africa. So we would really appreciate it if you can do that honor. And if you do end up using the charity and end up donating, send us a snapshot. We'd love to have your snapshots of you sending the money or whatever on our next event or so. You can also follow the ATSA Water Initiative in our Instagram. So it's linked right there at the ATSA Water Initiative, where we'll be sharing a lot of new, because it's all of us they're teenagers coming together to spread the word about water and the importance of it, inshallah. So just very quickly, that was it. And if you are able to contribute in some way, even if it's a small way, from little as 2-5 dirhams to as much as you possibly can, that'll be amazing. We can link what ends up happening with the money you've sent in, and inshallah, may it help those people that are struggling in the world right now. Ameen. But jazakallah khair for that. Okay, so 1 minute left. What you can do is join back to the same meeting link in a minute, and it will still be here, and Sister Sana will still be here, and we will take 10 minutes of just answering questions, inshallah. So while the timer's still going off, there was one question, Sister Sana, if you're still here. So someone mentioned, when are we supposed to register for our exam center? I know that COVID-19 has disrupted the exam center thing, and so we didn't have to go to an exam center to do our final exams. Does that still apply for this fall term? Let us know, inshallah.
Yes. So for this semester, the registrations have opened. You can, it opened on the 16th. So inshallah, you can definitely go ahead and, register a center for now. The management has not taken a decision as of yet whether the exams will be taken at home or will they be at the center. So for now, the students are being asked to register for the exam centers. And in case, in the event, if things don't improve, we pray to Allah that things do improve. But in the event that this does not happen, then the management will take the correct decision then. So for now, you are to register for your centers, inshallah.